Hello everyone, this is Turn 1 Scoop, welcoming you to this brand new day, Friday. It's just the day after Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We are here to do a unboxing of a set booster, Innistrad Midnight Hunt. So we did not open this during the time that it came out, hoping that we can make a video. We did, however, forget that we had it, so now is the time for us to open it. Let's see if we can get some value out of this pack and out of this box. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's see what value we can find. All right. Let's go ahead and get them all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 30 packs for this particular box. And we're going to go ahead and see if we have anything of value out of it. We are looking for some Tovolars, some Stormbreakers, and I do hope that we do get some, because I'll be needing those during FNM night or Friday Night Magic in store. So if you have the time, do check them out. If you want to play the game, go to a store and go have some fun. So right now we have some commons. Arcane Infusion is one of those cards that people are playing, and Thermal Alchemist will separate the, what do you call this, showcase art. We do love them. And our first rare of the night is Vadric, Astral Archmage. He is a 1 blue and a red legendary human wizard. If it's neither night or day, it becomes day, and then when it enters the battlefield, instant and sorcery spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is Vadric's power. When day becomes night and night becomes day, put a 1/1 counter on Vadric. Nice. Okay. Not bad. And we have a foil Dawn Heart Rejuvenator. Nice. We'll separate the foil over there. And we have a list card, by the way. Our list card for today is a expedition map. It's a 1-drop sacrifice. Pay 2 to sacrifice it, and then search your library for a land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Okay, we're keeping the list card among the rares. Alright, we do have a plains and a token, what do you call this, artist card. So next one, we have a wolf token. Where did the tokens go? We'll separate it along with the commons. What the, oh no, it's a plains. Not bad. No, it's a forest. What am I talking about? It's a forest. Sweet. Common, common, common. Okay. Cathartic Pyre, Purifying Dragon, and Sacred Fire. Our showcase art is a Tavern Ruffian. We have a Bird Admirer, Baithook Angler, and Burn the Hound the House. We have a foil Clarion Cathars. So we'll put that over there as part of the foil. So no mythics yet. We have a Chandra art, Mountain, Locked in Cemetery, Thraben Exorcism, Soul Guide, Grafe, Candlelit Cavalry, okay, Sunrise Cavalier, Sunset Revelry, and Tireless Hauler. We do have a Fangblade Brigand, and Luminarch Veteran. Oh, and we have a Bloodline Calling. Bloodline Calling is choose one. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn, or creature tokens get -2/-2 until end of turn. We have a reprint card, Timberland Guide foil, and Totally Lost. Craft packing on a Friday. Ooh, Renron and a foil forest. Look at that. Nice. Keeping the foil on the rare side. Spirit, Plummet, Bramble, Guide, Gavany. Gavany Dawnguard. So ward 1. If it's neither night or day, it becomes day as Gavany Dawnguard enters the battlefield. And then whenever day becomes night, night becomes day, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may remove a creature card with mana value 3 or less from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library, which is nice. Dawnheart Wardens. Catilda. Nice. And it's the showcase art too. Catilda Dawnheart Prime. It's a white and green legendary human warlock. Protection from werewolves. Human creatures you control add 1 mana of any of this creature's color. So you tap it to add, this one would add green or white. And then add 1 or pay 6, 4 and green and white. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Not bad. Hound Tamer. Showcase art. We have Ecstatic Awakener. Oh, double rare. Rite of Harmony. Whenever a creature or enchantment enters the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. And it has flashback for 4 mana. We have a Arrogant Outlaw of foil. And a blank. So we have Catilda. Underrated card, but on a human's deck, it's really powerful. Can't even open a booster pack properly. We have a land art. Swamp. Shipwreck. Geist Wave. Nothing much. Okay. Dawnheart Mentor. Uncommon Contortionist Trope. And another Hound Tamer. Tavern Ruffian. Oh, common. These are all uncommons. Yep. Drop 1. And Tireless Hauler. And we have an egg. Smoldering Egg. So it has Defender. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a number of Ember counters on Smoldering Egg equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. Then, if Smoldering Egg has 7 or more Ember counters on it, remove them and transform Smoldering Egg. Transforms into Ashmont Dragon, which is a flying creature. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Ashmont Dragon deals 2 damage to any target. So, is it turns? They love that. Another foil, Brimstone, Vandal, and a token, which is a spider. Alright, Contortionate Trope, you fell down, you came back. Alright, are we getting what we need? Another land art. Got an island. Crossroad Guide, Candle Guide, Celestial Sanctifier, Consider, Ritual Guardian, Join the Dance. Join the Dance is a uncommon that gives you human. Ritual of Hope, and Candle Growth Witch. Dawnheart Rejuvenator Showcase Art. We have a Gale Drifter, and Willowgeist. Willowgeist is a 1-drop green creature with trample. Whenever one or more creature leaves your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on Willowgeist. Then Willowgeist dies. You gain life equal to its power. So not bad. Ooh, Tovolar. Tovolar on a showcase art, and it's a foil. So it's a one mana and green and red. It is a legendary human werewolf. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control. And yeah, and this is Daybound. And this is Nightbound. Becomes Tovolar the Midnight Scourge. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And it has the trigger of target wolf or werewolf you control gets X+0 and gains trample until end of turn. And it's a foil showcase art. Not bad at all. And we have Sleep, which is another list card. Sleep allows you to tap all creatures target player controls. Those creatures don't untap during that player's next untap step. Alright. So we got what we came for, which is a Tovolar. And we have a Tovolar showcase art, illustration art, nice, goes along well. And then we have a foil Swamp. Commons, common. Cathar's Call, uncommon. Defend the Celestus. And we have a showcase card of Shady Traveler. And Kessig Naturalist, another showcase art. We have common, showcase art, Bird Admirer. And our first mythic for the night, which is Cigardian Savior. It's a 5-drop with Flying Angel. When Cigardian Savior enters the battlefield, if you cast it, return up to 2 target creature cards with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Nice. Why not? And foil Dryad Revival. And a list card, Selesnya Keyrune. It's a 3-mana artifact that tap to add a green or a white mana to your mana pool. And then for green and white, becomes a 3/3 green and white wolf artifact creature until end of turn. I'm okay with that. And that one came from Ravnica, the set or the plane. Okay, so another forest. We have Cigarda right there, forest. Abomination, Drownyard Amalgam, Candlelit Witch, Flare of Faith, Borrowed Time, Loyal Griff, and Harvesttide Infiltrator. We also have Bereaved Survivor and another Kessig Naturalist. Rem, Carolus Stalwart Slayer is a 3 mana cost, 1 colorless, 1 red, 1 white. It's a legendary human knight with flying and haste. If a spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. If a spell that would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent control, it deals that much damage +1 instead. Not bad. And a foil Thorben Exorcism and a trash tip card. And we have another one of those. Swamp, Revenge, Organ Hoarder, Component Collector, Blessed Defiance, and then Duelist Trainer, uncommon, Dryad's Revival, Tireless Hauler for Showcase, and Shady Traveler. Ooh, we have also a Outlawed Liberator, another showcase art, which turns into Frenzied Trap Breaker. And Memory Deluge, another card that Izzet turns are using. Any Izzet player would be using this one. It's a 4 mana, 2 colorless, and 2 blue. Instant spell, look at the top X card of your library, where X is the number of mana spent to cast this spell. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Flashback cost is 7, and then you do the same thing. So we have Shady Traveler, foil that turns into Stalking Predator. It's a menace werewolf with 4/4. That's it. Ooh. Haven't seen a good vampire yet, because this set does not have that many vampires. Alright, Unblinkable Overseer, Startle, Trapping the Window, Snarling Wolf, and Broodweaver, Rise of the Ants. Ooh, Tovolar. It's a Tovolar Huntmaster, which is a 6-drop human werewolf. When Tovolar Huntmaster enters the battlefield, create 2 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. And it has Daybound. It's a 6/6 that turns into Tovolar's Pack Leader. Whenever Tovolar's Pack Leader enters the battlefield or attacks, create 2 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. And then paying for 4 mana, 2 colorless and 2 green. Another target wolf or werewolf you control fights target creature you don't control. So yes, I will take that. We have another Spellrune Painter, another werewolf that turns into Spellrune Howler. Okay. And we have Brutal Cathar, another werewolf, a good werewolf pack over here. That's a 3 mana white creature. When this creature enters the battlefield or transform into Brutal Cathar, exile target creature on opponent control until this creature leaves the battlefield. It turns into Moonrage Brute. It has First Strike and Ward. Pay 3 life to target it by the opponent, and it has 3/3. Not bad at all. I need those because I am building a werewolf deck. Alright, so that's 10 pack. Here we go. Can we still get... There's Catilda. Can we still get another mythic? Alright, turn to Earth. Or turn the Earth. An uncommon. Witherthorn Blessing. Bird Admirer. Ambitious Farm Hand. And Death Bonnet Sprout. We have Geist Flame Reservoir as another uncommon. And Immolation. Enchant creature gets +2 and -2. Not bad. It's foil too. Ooh, we have Nightmare from M17. Corset. It's a Nightmare Horse flying 6-drop, 5 mana and 5 colorless and 1 black. Nightmare's power and toughness are each equal to the number of swamps you control. So it goes to the list. I don't know why it's there, but apparently they're reprinting cards that are supposed to be good. Plains, Bear, House to Hunt, Duel of Dominance, Pax Betrayal, and then Root Coil Creeper, Phantom Carriage, and Dawnheart Wardens. We have Flame Channeler and Covetous Castaway. And we have Champion of the Perished. It is a zombie, 1-drop zombie. Whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Champion of the Perished. We have Foil Duel of Dominance. No explosive foil aside from Tovolar. Okay, Island, Cathar, Gavany Trapper, Moonrager Slash, Homestead Courage, Lamphold Carrier or Harrier, Fateful Mending, Ominous Roost, Village or Village Watch, and Baneblade Scoundrel, Bird Admirer, and Grafted Identity. It's a 4 mana. It says, as an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, enchant another target creature. You control enchanted creature, and then enchanted creature gets +1/+1. There you go. Okay, put that over there. And we have a Cathar Sunrise Cavalier, which is a foil one. Swamp, Unruly Mob, Defense Straight, Abandoned Post, Scab Wrangler, Vivisection, and Necrosynthesis. Ooh, we have a showcase art. Lisa, Forgotten Archangel, which is a 5-drop angel, two colorless, 2 white, and 1 black. This angel has flying and lifelink. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. So that's pretty nice. And we have Kendall Grove, Beloved, and another mythic, which is Teferi, Who Slows the Sunset. It's a 4-mana planeswalker, 2 colorless, a white and a blue. And what does it say? For the first loyalty counter, it says choose up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, and up to 1 target land. Untap those chosen permanents you control, tap the other permanent you don't control, and gain 2 life. -2, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest to the bottom of your library in any order. And then last, -7, you get an emblem with untap all permanents you control during each opponent's untap step, and you draw a card during each opponent's draw step. So, cheater. That's the fairy for you. And we have Delver of Secrets, which is a foil reprint that turns into Insect Aberration. Back in the day, Delver of Secrets was really an annoying card. Alright. Yeah. Ooh, I forgot. This one is signed. It has a signature on it by the artist. That has value. We have a foil forest once again. Put that over there. Common. And we have Morbid Opportunist, Ghoulish Procession, Harvest Hide Infiltrator. 2 of them in 1 pack. My gosh. How can that be? We have Shady Traveler and Rockfall Vale, which is a rare land. And we have another foil, Defense Straight. And here you go, Teferi. Woo woo. Mountain Immolation, Brimstone Vandal, Festival Cathar, Cathar Commando, Blade Stitch Scab, Corpse Cobble, and we have Dawnrite Rejuvenator, Lunarch Veteran, Tireless Hunter, and our rare is, I have no idea, Trisque de Kafil. I have no clue. Alright. It's a human wizard. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. Not bad. Conditional win. A 6-6 farmer, and a list card of Fireball, which is a X red. As an additional cost to play Fireball, pay 1 for each target beyond the first. Fireball deals X damage, divided evenly rounded down among any number of target creature and or player. List card. Why can I not get a list card that is actually good? I mean, I'm waiting for what's his name? Snapcaster Mage to show up. Yep. Nope. Planes. Path of the Festival, No Way Out, Diagraphed Horde, Gavany Silversmith, and then Flesh Taker, Odric Outrider, and Rite of Oblivion. Baithook Angler, Heirloom Mirror, and Ludwig Necrogenius. It's a 1 blue, 1 black, legendary human wizard. Whenever Ludwig Necrogenius enters the battlefield or attacks, mill a card, and then pay X, 2 blue, 2 black, exile X creature cards from your graveyard, transform Ludwig. X can't be 0, activate only as a sorcery. It turns into a Olog Ludwig's Hubris. As this creature transforms into Olog Ludwig Hubris, it becomes a copy of a creature card exiled with it, except its name is Olog Ludwig Hubris. It's still a 4/4, and it's a legendary blue and black zombie in additional to its other creature types. Put a number of 1/1 counters on Olog equal to the number of creatures exiled with it. So, nobody's been playing that card. Flip the switch. Foil. Alright, we gotta get this thing going. It's a wolf. Swamp. Eaten. Rotten. Search. Clarion. Grizzly Ghoul. Diagraph Rebirth. Tireless Hunter. Traban Ruffian. Morning Patrol. And Florian Volderan Scion. It's a 3 mana black and red legendary vampire noble. First strike, at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponent lost this turn. Exile 1 of those cards and put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. You may play the exiled card this way. Not bad. Foil, and then another card. Alright, open it up. Crawl from the Cellar, Hobbling Zombie, Siege Zombie, Might of Oaks. We have Dreadhound, Infernal Grasp, Outlander Liberator, and Baneblade Scoundrel. Turns into a Bane Claw Marauder. Harvestside Infiltrator, and we have Slaughter Specialist. Foil. Token. Alright. We have that. Forest. Zombie, zombie. Spell, spell. Foul play. I'm trying to hurry it up so that way we can see everything that we want. What is this? Lind, Cheerful Tormentor. It's a list card from a commander deck. Legendary human warlock with Death Touch. It is of Grixis color, which is a one colorless blue, black, and red. Whenever a curse is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return it to the battlefield attached to you at the beginning of the next end step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may attach a curse attached to you to one of your opponent. If you do, draw 2 cards. Interesting. And Primal Adversary, it's a mythic, so this is our 4th mythic. This is a 3-drop Trample Wolf 4/3. When Primal Adversary enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 any number of times. When you pay this cost 1 or more times, put that many 1/1 counter on Primal Adversary. Then up to that many target lands you control becomes 3/3 wolf creature with haste that are still lands. Okay, not bad. Arlen, I like this art. Novice, Blade, Eccentric, Stormkirk, Blood Chief, Blood Tide Collector, and Hungry for More. Candle Grove Witch, Fangblade Brigand, and Bird Admirer. We have Old Sticky Finger. We all know and hate. It's a X, black and green. Whenever you cast a spell, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards. Put all creature cards revealed this way into your graveyard, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Old Sticky Finger's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. And we have a foil Dreadhound. And we have a list card, Arlen Voice of the Pack, which is a from the War of the Sparks. 6 mana, 4 and 2 green. Each creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf enter the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. -2 loyalty counter, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. So, yep, list card. Alright, we're down to our last 10. We're already at 4 mythic. Let's see how many mythics we can get more. Forest, Vampire, Evolving, Jack-o'-lantern, Vampire Socialite, Play with Fire, and Fangblade Brigand. We have Devoted Gatekeeper and Village Watch. We have Puppet Stitcher, which is another mythic. It's a blue 3-drop and 2 in a blue. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with decay. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more creature tokens, you may transform Puppet Stitcher. When it transforms, it becomes a Puppet Factory. Creature tokens you control lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 3/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may transform Puppet Factory. Probably you won't want to transform that. You want to stay it as a factory. Unless, of course, you're out of tokens. But why would you make a token deck without tokens? Alright, there's a mountain. Foil one, to be exact. Famished, Stolen. Yep. You have Unnatural Moonrise, Clear Shot, Field of Ruin, Bird Admirer, Mysterious Tome, that Bonnet Sprout, and Light Up the Night. It's a X spell with red mana. Light of the Night deals X damage to any target. It deals X plus 1 damage equal to its. Instead, if that target is a creature or planeswalker. It has flashback for 4. Remove X loyalty counters from among planeswalkers you control. If you cast this spell this way, X can't be 0. Okay, candle lit. And zombie. Glissa. Swamp. Common. And Fading Hope. Dissipate. And rare from Commander set, Visions of Duplicity. Exchange control of 2 target creature you don't control, and it has flashback for 10. And our second rare is Briarbridge Tracker. Has Vigilance. When Briarbridge Tracker enters the battlefield, investigate. As long as you control a token, Briarbridge Tracker gets +4/+0. Okay. Planes. Interloper. Nebelgas Intruder. Firmament Sage. Shady Traveler. Dawnheart Mentor. Gold Color Harvest, which is a rare. And a foil, Deserted Beach. Comes into play tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands, and taps for white and blue. And it's a foil land at that. Duress. Okay. Obsessive Astronomer. Moonsilver Key. We have a Tavern Ruffian. 2 Tavern Ruffian. One is the showcase art and this is the ordinary original art. Tireless Holder. And Graveyard Trespasser, which has Ward. Discard a card. It is a 3-mana werewolf for black. Whenever Graveyard Trespasser enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And on its backside, we have Graveyard Glutton. Same thing, Ward, discard a card. Whenever Graveyard Glutton enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. For each creature card exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 and you gain 1. So instead of 1, they lose 2 cards. Not bad. And we have Cigardo Splendor, which is a rare enchantment. Enters the battlefield, note your life total. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if your life total is greater than or equal to the last noted life total. For Cigardo Splendor, then note your life total. Whenever you cast a white spell, you gain 1 life. I've seen an Orzhov enchantment deck that runs one of those. Commons. Okay, Lunar Frenzy. Target creature you control gets X and 0 and gains first strike and trample. And you got this one. Storm Skrillex. And Gisa. Glorious Resurrector. It's a 4-mana 4/4 human legendary wizard. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. At the beginning of your upkeep, put all creature cards exiled with Gisa Glorious Resurrector onto the battlefield under your control, and then they gain decay. Beginning of your upkeep. Kind of slow. Would be nice if you can get that flashed in. And then kill all dudes. Alyssa. Swamp. Plummet. Shipwreck. Sifter. Geistwave. Timberland. Guide. Seize the Storm. Arcane Intrusion. Thermo Alchemist. And then Spell Rune Painter. You have Shady Traveler. And then Sarith the Viper's Fang. Other tapped creature you control have Death Touch, and other untapped creature you control have Hexproof. And then you pay 1, untap another target creature or land you control. Plummet foil. Okay. We have Island Art, Forest, Devious Cover, Crossroad Candle Guide, Harvesttide Sentry, and Ritual Guardian. We have Cathartic Pyre, Purifying Dragon, and mythic card from a commander. Set Visions of Dominance. It's a 3 mana, 2 in a green. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature, then double the number of 1/1 counters on it. It has flashback for 10 and does the same thing. Nice. And we have Kessig Naturalist again. And Siphon Insight, which is look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library, exile one of them face down, and put the other on the bottom of that library. You may look at and play the exiled card as long as it remains exiled. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to spend it. And it has flashback. Alright, last pack for the night. Here we go. What do we have? Tovolar, Mountain, Celeste Sanctifier, Consider, Edgewitch Mask, Sacred Flame, Sunrise Cavalier, Sunblade Scoundrel, Harvesttide Infiltrator, Burly Breaker, and Mystic Skull. We have Falconwrath Pithfighter, which is a rare 1-drop red vampire warrior. Discard a card, sacrifice a vampire, draw 2 cards, activate only if an opponent lost life this turn. We have Ominous Roost for the foil. And a list card of Bloodied Ghost. It has a hybrid mana symbol of black and white and a colorless. This one came from Evening Tide. So flying Bloodied Ghost and comes into play with a -1/-1 counter on it. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so there you have it. We have opened up our set boosters. We did find our Tovolar that we were looking for, and it was a foil, and it was the showcase art. So at the same time, I don't think we did have good value to it. There is 1 or 2 cards like Memory Deluge that has value, but other than that, everything looks to be normal. So thank you very much for joining me in opening this box of Innistrad Midnight Hunt. And as always, do like and subscribe. If you do, it would help the channel. And so that's it. Thank you very much, Scoopers. And until then, this is Turn 1 Scoop, signing out.